Where is all the new rap music? Was Drake really carrying the game? Was he really? Was Aubrey was the Jewish boy from Canada carrying hip hop? I don't care. I don't care that you murder people. I don't care. I don't care you got your hood on lock. I don't care. Rap about something different. There's a lot of terrible women out there. Like terrible. And not because they're just terrible humans, they're just terrible partners in a relationship. What's up? Welcome to Guy Thoughts, episode 3. This is Zaven, but you knew that already. We're gonna keep it nice and calm and casual for y'all today. We just got some casual talks on the agenda. I ain't trying to get too serious, man. Episode 2, I was serious. Episode 1, I was serious. Episode 3, we really just kicking it, talking about stuff that I know y'all care about. I mean, not stuff that I care about. Like, for instance, has rap died? Has rap fallen off a cliff? What happened to rap? Rap used to be like the dominant thing. Everybody wanted to be in hip hop. It was mad cool to be a rapper. Feel me? Times have really changed. We'll talk about some damn phones and are we reverting back to where we were 20 years ago because of oversaturation? We'll talk a little bit about the Orlando Magic and how I'm going to the game again soon. And I just think that we should fire Coach Mosley. We'll talk about that. Free Tory till it's backwards. Canada. I'm American. But we'll talk about that. We'll chat a little bit about Paramount, Netflix, Warner Brothers. And it's just a couple other things, man. We just going to keep it calm, casual, and easy. As always, I appreciate y'all. I'm Zaven. This is Wolf Eye Network. I got Kai and Christy here with me. Flowers last a lifetime. Big shout out to them. Big shout out to me. Big shout out to you. Let's get into it. Where is all the new rap music? Was Drake really carrying the game? Was he really? Was the Jewish boy from Canada carrying hip hop? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Have you noticed Drake hasn't dropped tape since Sexy Songs for You, I think, with Party? That was the last tape he dropped, I'm pretty sure. Bro, I feel like nobody cares about, like, okay, not nobody, because you know I listen to rap every single day. Shout out Zayden, shout out Ayo. But nobody cares. Like back when we were growing up, even before we were even born, rap was hot. Everybody cared about hip hop. Everybody cared about rap. People wanted to be cool. From the corporate CEO to his kids to people in Asia, to people in the favelas in Brazil, rap was that. And now, like you ain't really topping the charts like that no more, man. You feel me? And I think it's because of Drake. I think all the rappers shot themselves in the foot when everybody came together and tried to go against Drake. They didn't realize that he was the meal ticket. Like once upon a time, it was T-Pain. T-Pain hopped on your feature, hot billboards, radio, bow, everybody singing your song, right? She want that love it. You feel me? So then the YMCMB came around. You had Drake, you had Nicki, Wayne put him on, and Drake was on everybody's track. If you was hot, he was on your track. Like in recent, like okay, one of the biggest things I can make it make sense for y'all. Block Boy JB. Nobody listened to Block Boy JB. Nobody. But when Drake hop on that, shoo, what happened? The whole world was doing a dance. Central C, he might have been popping overseas. He wasn't doing numbers over here. I don't even like UK rap. Whatever. I think it sucks. But whatever. He came over here, link up with Drake, but he hot. Feel me? Dang, Jack. He always on something, It's never just a dull moment with Jackson. Goodness gracious, boy. And he the scariest little dog ever. Anyways. But no, seriously, like, has rap come to a point, and I talked about this before, it's like the oversaturation of everythingness. I just made up a word. Everythingness. Because everybody does everything. So everybody's a successful rapper now. And like, it's cool because we all got like the opportunity to be whatever we want to be. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I need rap to get back on top. And the problem is, y'all always just rapping about killing people and being drug addicts and paying women for pussy too much to the point where like now it's whack. Nobody want to listen to that shit. Like, bro, like, Imma be honest, like, Imma just say, like, 21. Bruh, I don't care you slaughter gang murder. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that you murder people. I don't care. I don't care you got your hood on lock. I don't care. Rap about something different, something better. I don't mind people rapping about swag. I don't mind you rapping about your clothes. It's always nice to get neat. You feel me? But like the stuff, like I think at its peak, like when Dirt had dropped, what was all like what was the name of it? Sorry, whatever it was, with the blue album cover, and then he had the red too. Yo, I always said this. Dirk makes the most beautiful murderous music I ever heard in my life. Like he had all of us singing along to his pain about killing people. And now he in prison. And he probably gonna stay there where he belongs if he's a murderer. Just saying. Right? But like the oversaturation of rap, like the question of is rap dying? I don't think anything ever dies. I think there's just cycles, right? Like just with any story, like it reaches a pinnacle, gets a peak, it has a climax, then inevitably has to come down, right? To a conclusion, and then it starts all over again. So I think we're at that cycle of rap where we're actually reverting back to old school rap. I think we're back to that part now. We're getting there where like people want to hear bars for real. Like I want to hear you like really, really, really rap and not rap like just again on some murderous like I'm more gangster than you. I'm in the club, mean mugging, not even smiling, nobody dancing. Like, bro, what? Like we don't even got club hits. We don't got club hits no more. We don't got bro, you can't even go if you go in the club right now. If you walk in the club right now, how you expect me to turn up when everything is talking about me killing somebody? So now I'm mad. My face twisted up. I got my shades on. I'm standing on the sofa, mean mugging. Why you staring at me? What you looking at me for? Girls ain't even dancing. Girls more gangster than the guys. She the one brought the weed. She rolling up the backwoods. She the one sparking. More gangster than me. She the one who got and open her purse. You ain't even check her purse. What's in her purse? She'll blam everybody in here. Feel me? So I feel like rap. I love rap, and when I say rap is dying, it's not dying. It's just reaching that point now where we need y'all to actually like make some shake. Drake, I know you got something in the wings, and I'm not one of them like, oh my god, Drake, oh my god, I love you. You're oh my god, whoa, Six God, whoa, yeah, Drizzy, woo, Anita Max win. Like I'm not one of those type of people, but I do give respect to greatness, and I could say for sure that Aubrey, yo, these boys need you. They can make it. They can make it feel like they don't. They need you. They do. So please let bygones be bygones for the sake of good music. Good God, please. And Kanye, I love you. I think it might be time to just stick to production. All right. Cause I feel like with vultures, of course it sounds good sonically. You're Kanye West. That's never a question. But like, bro, you're like, well, almost 50? Ain't you? Same thing with you, Future. Love you, bro. I love you. One of my top 3 all-time favorite rappers ever. Bro, y'all boys is pushing 50, gang. The content can't be the same as it was 15 years ago. It can't be that. Right? Moving on. Free Tory Lanez. Ladies not gonna like this. Nobody cares what you like. Yo, all right, so check this out, right? Do we know that court documents is public information? Like, we know that, right? Like, you could go to Google right now and you could literally read bar for bar what happened in cases around the country, right? So I remember when this case was going on, not that I'm like one of those people that's overly invested into celebrity life, but to be fair, I've been listening to Tory since like 2011, bro. I've been on the umbrella vibe. You feel me? We're talking about back New Toronto days when he was freshly dropping chicks tapes. When we're talking, man, we can go back, right? So I was paying attention to the case when it was going on. Public documents, mind you. And hopefully I'm not mistaken with this. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I read this a couple years ago when it happened. Imagine this, right? I'm painting a picture of you. Imagine they arrest you and they say, yo, you shot somebody. I did. No, I didn't. What makes you think I shot them? Well, somebody said you shot them. Okay. What gun did I shoot them with? This is the gun. Okay. My fingerprints on the gun? Nah. Okay. Can you prove that I held the gun? Nah. Case dismissed. You would think. But some kind of way he got 10 years, and I get it because technically he's from Canada. He's not an American citizen. He had they say he had a gun on him. It was in California, which has some of the strictest gun laws, even though people still die from guns every day. Go figure. In California. But pretty much he got hit with it was a state thing. It wasn't like technically Meg Thee Stallion like pressed charges on him. It was a state thing where the state of California was like, yo, who was this foreign ass little dude with guns in my state? Nah, you're out of here. Right. But like, bro, if you can't if you can't prove that I touched the gun, who did I shoot? How did I shoot it? So I just want to say free Tory. Apparently, what's the name? Meg's ex-best friend, her bodyguard, finally came out and said, like, all right, man, nah, it wasn't Tory that shot it. It was Meg's best friend, which we kind of all figured anyways, because girls be messy when it come to men. Feel me? Like, hey, no lie. From my understanding, Tory was pimping. You feel me? Like, hey, Tory was there was at Kylie house. He was in the pool. You feel me? He getting his little groove on with Kylie J. Hop in the whip. Apparently, he was rocking, doing his thing with Meg. Doing his thing with Meg's best friend. Hey, you can get it how you living. Kick my pimping. You feel me? And they probably got in an argument over him and so on and so forth. So I just want to say to all the black men out there that are wrongfully incarcerated, man, free y'all. Feel me? If you out there, now, hold on now. Now, this ain't for y'all fools that's supposed to be locked up. I ain't standing with all that. You feel me? Like, I'm not, like, for instance, you don't hear nobody out here saying free dirt. Dirt really be out here killing people from what it seems like. So keep him locked up. Okay. Moving on again. Yo, I noticed something on social media. Like, I was scrolling on X the other day, and it was so funny to me. It literally had me cracking up. It was so this girl had, I guess, like her man had cheated on her, whatever. Go figure, right? So her man cheated on him, and she came on to Instagram, boohoo crying about it. This is so embarrassing. Like, how could you put me out like this? And then the dude quoted it, and he was like, nobody would know that he cheated on you if you didn't tell us. And that got me to thinking. The reason everybody think the dating game is so messed up is because most dudes just take it on the chin. Like, most men, for real, like, you just roll with the punches. It is what it is. Not even saying whether a shawty cheat on you or not, but just like, some women are terrible people. And I know a lot of women hate to like believe this because they think all women are perfect. Yo, there's a lot of terrible women out there. Like, terrible. And not because they're just terrible humans. They're just terrible partners in a relationship. Even though it's just hard for women to fathom. I don't know why. Well, I guess I kind of know. It's because it's like dudes don't talk about stuff. Like, you're not gonna find no man come on Instagram and make a 20-minute video of him crying about the fact that his ex-girlfriend totally sucked in a relationship. It's just not gonna happen. So like, why do girls get online and then cry about their problems to people who don't give a damn? And then when somebody comments that they don't give a damn, you feel offended. I didn't tell you to share your whole life with me. I shouldn't know that man, bro. My views on cheating. So this is what I think. Just like with anything, bro. Nothing in the world is done just to be done. Like, there's an action and then there's a reaction. You feel me? So, ladies, ask yourself, and I'm gonna get attacked for this, whatever. Yo, why did he cheat on you? For real, for real. And men, same thing. If your girl cheat on you, if your girl cheat on you, bro, there's really only two reasons why she would cheat on you, bro. In my opinion. Either A, you just don't spend as much money on her as she would like. And hey, that's your prerogative. Because I don't believe in like trick culture. Every girl wants to be a trick, but she's not a hoe. Because pimps and tricks, pimps and hoes. If you want to, anyways, stay on point here. If your lady cheating on you, it's honestly probably because you're not spending as much money as she wants you to spend, or you not packing it out right. If you get what I mean, you feel me? But for a man to cheat on a woman, yeah, it could just happen. But I feel like dudes are simple creatures. We're super simple. Keep me fed. Don't be annoying. Like, don't be fucking annoying. Don't be overly naggy. Have some respect. I think most dudes are content with that. We don't need all the extra bells and whistles. I just really need, and most of that stuff is intangible. I just need the intangibles. So if your man is cheating on you, you're probably annoying as fuck. Like, you're probably overly annoying. You probably don't actually respect or like him as much as he would like you to, and he knows that, but he's still most men, they're just creatures of habit, and you're part of his daily habit. You're habitual now, so he just keeps you around. You're his lady. Or you ain't putting out, baby. You ain't putting out. You feel me? So, like, a lot of times, I think we lack accountability. Ladies, stop coming on Instagram and crying to the world that he cheated on you, and ask yourself, was I I don't even know if I should say this. Hey, you gotta ask yourself, like, ladies, yo, were you giving that two-hand twist, got, you feel me, without him having to beg and plead for it? If not, he gonna go get it. Moving on. So something super cool here in Florida. The Teddy Bridgewater Act. Yo, this is super dope. Teddy Bridgewater, he, if y'all know Teddy Bridgewater, he's a retired NFL quarterback. He went to Louisville, played QB there, and then he actually went to high school down in South Florida, where he's actually now the head coach of their football team. They've been very successful. He got into trouble because the neighborhood that the students live in, um, is a little bit lower on the poverty scale, right? So a lot of folks, a lot of kids, they do without. So he, being a great black man, an example of black excellence, he takes money out of his own pocket to make sure some of these kids eat, make sure they get to and from, make sure they got clothes on their back, and obviously that's against regulations, so they fined him for it. Shout out to Florida for being the best state in the country because they've now passed the Teddy Bridgewater Act, where coaches are allowed to spend up to $15,000 of their own money to help support students in need. So I just want to give a big kudos to the state of Florida for yet another win because, again, it is the best state in the country by and far. And shout out to Teddy Bridgewater for, again, being an example of an excellent young black man, and helping to build a community of other excellent young black men and women. While we're on the topic of Florida, why, right? As soon as they announced that all these major tech companies are now moving their headquarters and the CEOs are moving here to Florida, instantly the Everglades caught fire. I mean, they put the news out a week or two ago of the companies that moved over here, and then the very next news broadcast, the Everglades was burning up. So what I'm saying is, get them devils out of my state, send their ass back out west, leave them in Cal. They created that. They're lobbying their millions and hundreds and billions of dollars that they lobby for Gavin Newsom and all the BS that they got going on in California that they're now jumping ship and leaving. You're not bringing that to my lovely, God-fearing state of Florida. It's not happening. All you devils, get out of my state. Like, I'm talking instantly, and if you've been in New York, or excuse me, been in Miami recently, they ain't doing nothing but trying to turn Miami into New York. I don't wanna yo, New York is dirty. New York stinks. It's an awesome place to be if you're just there for a second, then you skedaddle. No one, well, a lot of people like to live there, but no one wants to, like, who wants to really live, like, come on, bro. Like, you see what's going on with the snow. Snow not melting, and then when the snow do melt, it's black, it's gunky, there's feces everywhere, there's piss everywhere, it smells. Like, who wants to live in that? I ain't even and now they're trying to turn Florida into that, and we ain't going for that. We got guns. No, I'm playing. I'm playing, I'm playing. I don't wanna say that for real. You feel me? Keep your guns. It's for life or death situations only. But if we need to revolt, we're revolting. Because all these tech devils, man, what y'all doing to the world is not flying and coming to my beautiful state, bringing your money to try to lobby with politicians here. I pray that that doesn't change a lot of stuff, because Ron DeSantis and everybody clap it up. I don't care what you think about Ron DeSantis. I don't. The proof is in the pudding, baby. The proof is in the facts. And the facts are from, let's say, a economic standpoint, the over and don't quote me on this, but I did see an article that I read about a week ago that our finances in Florida has been managed so well that we operate at an exponential surplus. An exponential surplus. And now he wants to do, they're gonna do away with property taxes probably as well. Now there's give and take, so there's probably gonna be something to replace that. But with these billion-dollar people coming to this state, I do question what they're gonna be, because they will be lobbying. Believe that. That don't stop. So I do question what they'll be lobbying for. And if they bring in all that, like, freaking, they bring all that trans crap over here, If they bringing all that woody woo, blase blah, we ain't going for that around here. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, bounce. Feel me? Moving on. Chinese robots doing kung fu. Chinese doing kung fu? What world do we live in, man? Like, yo, we live in like this is it's literally Black Mirror, bro. Like we live in real life Black Mirror, and it's cool. It is cool. Like we ain't gonna sit here in front like robots doing kung fu and dances ain't. It's not intrinsically cool as hell. Like it's pretty fucking fire, right? But that's just the robots they're showing us. If they're showing us the kung fu robots that do the funny kung fu, what about like the real ninja assassin robots that's gonna like sneak down your chimney and like freaking choke you out? Like, what about those? Because they got those. Feel me? So like, I'm like, yo, are we moving into like a if you ever seen the movie Ready Player One? I feel like we're going Ready Player One on these boys. Like, I think we're about to move to a point where like the metaverse is gonna come back around. People forgot about the metaverse. They think, oh man, they talk about metaverse in 2020 and I ain't heard nothing since. Believe me, you will. I thoroughly believe in my heart that things like the metaverse, things like the contactless stores, I think like VR, like all that, like all the especially since we're moving towards coins as a form of currency, bro. Give it by 2035. This is my prediction. Not Nostradamus. That was the guy's name back in the Nostradamus. This is my prediction. By 2035, there will be a large population of folks around the world that work digital. So what I mean by that, their jobs will be in the metaverse. Their jobs will be in virtual reality. If you've ever seen the movie Ready Player One, you kind of get what I'm talking about. We gotta just look at what's in front. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the facts. All right, let's look at the facts. Look at the facts. Everything digital. Your money's going digital, so you can spend your money in the metaverse and in VR, right? Everything in real life is becoming automated and robotic, so they don't need you to do it. So, like, in the other episode that you guys need to watch, okay? We can watch my episodes, all of them in totality. Don't be skipping around. In the other episode, we talked about automation, robotics, and AI taking everyone's jobs and what are people going to do. That's what people are going to do. Once you can't physically go to work, they still need your energy. It's all about energy. It's all about energy at the end of the day, all about frequency. They still need your energy, so they're going to put your ass to work virtually. So these kung fu robots are mad cool, but don't let that distract you from the fact that the physical world, as you know it, my friend, is heading for a cliff. And on the end of, or the bottom of that cliff, once you jump off, it's not a nice, beautiful, clear blue lake. It's just more technology. Um, this, yo, e-pass, some pass, count your fucking days. Count your days, buddy. I'm gonna figure out a way. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna figure out a way to motivate someone who has the resources, because I don't got the resources. A class action lawsuit against e-pass. What do you mean my tag is restricted because I didn't pay my tolls? The tolls on the road that my tax money built. And if you live in Florida, you don't driven your whip with no tag. You know you have. You don't driven your whip with your license expired or suspended. You ain't even know it. You all done did it. Everybody. All right. Them damn tolls. So if you watching this right now and you know how you contact me, class action lawsuit. We're talking about tolls are crazy, bro. Like, and the thing is, you can't avoid them because if you try to avoid them, it's gonna take you 2 hours to get anywhere that you're trying to go, anyways. So you gotta drive the toll roads. And the last time I checked, the E-Pass is not a government body. They are not. So how can you restrict my tag that's registered in my county? Okay, Stephen A. Smith, I see your grift. I see your grift, and I like it. I do. You know what? I like it. You're a smart man. You're smart man. You know good and well Your black ass is conservative and just as Republican as every other 50-year-old black man in America who got a little bit of change. You know it. Talking about you gonna run at the DNC to be a representative. I don't even know what you're running for. Like, I don't know what position, but you pivoting into politics and using the grift of your social status, I like it. I like it a lot. Would I ever vote for you? Probably not. But then again, you are a black man. So you got my vote, brother. But no, seriously. I think it's pretty cool because like Donald Trump, for instance, like everybody knew, well, before Donald Trump, it was Ronald Reagan, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Ronald? It was one of them boys who was actually like an actor. Like they were like a public person. Like people knew them in public, not for politics, but they just knew them because they were famous. Maybe they had some bread, ended up being the president. So flip to modern history when Donald Trump did it, everyone's like, what did Kanye say? I love Gaga. But does she know about pictures? It's the same style. Stephen A., I've been watching you my whole life on ESPN. What the hell do you know about public policy? No, but I do think it's a little neat though, because I think we do need to kind of change around the political landscape. Why the hell we got all these old ass people who've been in Congress for the past 40 years who've effectively ruined our lives? Like we got to give room to other people. Like, bro, if you do something else in the world and you decide like you want to run for office because you feel like you're informed enough, leave it up to the people to vote you in or vote you out. But I do think that you should have the right to at least attempt. I mean, once upon a time, you couldn't even as a black man even fathom possibly running for something of importance. So more power to you. I think I'm gonna leave y'all off with just a couple points here. Um, Monopolies. So Warner Brothers ended up not going with Netflix. And so basically, everything that we actually maybe want to watch is gonna be on Paramount now. So like, if you don't got a Paramount subscription, just go ahead and add that to the list. All right, bro. You don't got an option, bro. All the freaking movies, all the shows, all the sports, just magically decided that they want to work with Paramount. So let me just go down the list here: Amazon Prime, Netflix, Paramount, Hulu, Disney Plus. If you like boxing and stuff, I got a DAZN subscription. What am I missing? Peacock, Apple TV, YouTube TV. Just go ahead and add this to the list of subscriptions, man. Um, Paramount, I don't like you. I don't like Monopolies is cool in the game of Monopoly. Like in theory, a Monopoly's mad cool. Because who wouldn't want to own everything? You'd be mad rich. But the way I look at it now is once they own this stuff, bro, they're never gonna give it up. So when it comes to new creations, whatever politics, because these companies are owned, we know who they're owned by. I'm not ask Kanye who they're owned by, if you follow my drift. Okay. So we know who owns these companies, which means that any of the new productions that we get under any of these banners moving forward are going to have those people's propaganda in it, whatever that propaganda may be at that time. But I would say this incentivizes the independent creators because now at this point, because all of the major creations are all under one or three umbrellas, this gives you space to open up your own umbrella. You say, fuck it. This is my network. It's my company. This is what we doing. So I guess in a sense, this is it's a power move by Paramount, but it also does open up the landscape for new heavy hitters who we'll start off in AAA, but we're gonna make our way to the big leagues very, very, very soon. Um, the last thing I will say, fire coach Jamal Mosley. Listen, I hate to see a brother out of a job. I do. But if you ain't doing a good one, get the hell off my team. Yo, Coach Mo, the amount of incompetence that I've watched, let me give you some grace, okay? I know you kind of started from square one and it was difficult, but you've had the same team for 5 years. And in this season, it looks like you got even more talent and you regressed. So I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you've done, but I'm demanding that you be fired expeditiously. And Weltman, yo, Welt, I'm not gonna lie. You've done a pretty good job drafting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like your picks over the past 4 or 5 years. I think some of the lack of movement in the trade deadline has kind of come back to bite us over these years because I do think there's a few pieces that we could have subbed out at different times that will make a lot of sense for us now in terms of like where Paolo is at in his progression, where Franz is at, where Jalen Suggs, if he could ever actually stay healthy and play more than 20 games in a year. Um, but yeah, man, Coach Mo, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you. I was one of your biggest defenders last season and end of the season before. But yo, your time is done here in Orlando. I appreciate your efforts and your development. Um, but yeah, get out of here. Thanks. And other than that, guys, this was like a really free form, casual take. I'm still filling it out a little bit. I kind of like talking freely like this, but I think to Kai's point, um, like you guys could correct me if I'm wrong here, right? You do you want to just hear me yapping? I think I do. I like to hear myself yapping because I am slightly oh, what's the word I could say without people like holding this over my head forever? I like to hear myself talk because I have a slight ego that I'm very consciously aware of, and I just think I'm freaking awesome. So, um, yeah. But you guys throw me some ideas, like keep it a stack with me, right? Me just talking, is that what people want to hear? Is it guest? Are there certain topics? Or is it the way I'm talking? Whatever it might be. I will also add that I might not care what you think. I really might not, but I still want to know what you think. I'm just being for real with y'all. Okay. But Um, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to yet another Yap session. Hopefully it's at least a little entertaining. Maybe if you're listening to it on your drive to or from work, maybe if you just got it on in the background while you're cooking dinner for the family and you're just sharing a couple laughs. If you're a friend of mine or if you're a stranger, I appreciate you for at least taking the time to tune in with me. This is Zaven. Again, as you already know, this is Guy Thoughts, episode 3, signing off. Shout out to Flowers Last a Lifetime. I'll speak to y'all later.